find them. Like Charlie in Vietnam, they run into the bushes, and then as soon as we go back to our business, they come out and start tyrannizing us. Now, I'm going to get to the biggest news after Mancow leaves us at the bottom of the hour. Mancow Mueller, Eric Mueller, big syndicated host on talk radio networks. WABC, New York, you name it. I go on his show every Wednesday, and I wanted to invite him on here today because I heard him telling the exact same story. He flew with his two daughters and his wife on opt-out day out of Chicago. He flew to the Macy's parade. He wanted to be part of it, and he flew 4 times through airports with scanners. It was all turned off. This is confirmed. Then, coming up, Bob Barr has got a FOIA request. There's this leaked DHS memo that Drudge Report, Prison Planet, Alex Jones, Matt Drudge are being listed as domestic extremists and being surveilled. Bob Barr is on the case. Headline, Watchdog probes DHS spying on Drudge over TSA revolt. We've got a link to the PDF on this and the reports of the TSA files, just like they put congressmen they don't like on no-fly list. Eric Mueller, Mancow, good to have you here. Overall, what's your view on the TSA and what happened? And then tell us your eyewitness report of what happened to you and your wife and daughters.
Well, I call them the TSSA because they're like the SS. And that's what Hitler did, right? He got all the fat, disgruntled people and put them in brown shirts. And that's what we've done here. These are people that, they couldn't be cops. They couldn't be soldiers. You put them in a TSA uniform. You were talking about the smiling, happy kids saying, molest me. On the TSA website, I'm reminded of what I saw a couple of days ago. They're, telling Americans, well, don't be mad at the TSA agents. You know what? I am mad. If I'm in the Army and I'm ordered to commit genocide, I don't have to do it. These soldiers of Napolitanos are breaking the law. They're breaking the Fourth Amendment. I don't feel sorry for any of these TSA agents. They ought to be arrested. I got off the plane in New York City, Alex, LaGuardia Airport. My family was invited to be part of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That was wonderful, by the way. And the cameras came over to me. I was live on TV in New York. And they said, how was it? I said, it was awful. They turned off the machine, the fix is in, and I'm furious about the way they're treating people. Like we're all terrorists.
You also went on Fox News and told your story, and countless other reporters have documented it, including people in my office.
Yeah, and I'm aware of that. And, of course, immediately the reporter, everyone else, and I'm live on TV in New York, Alex, they saw me with my cute little 5-year-old girls. They weren't expecting me to say anything. I got a good-looking family. But everyone else says it's fine. No, folks, it's not fine. It's the Fourth Amendment. Women are being molested. Kids are having their photos taken naked. Pedophiles are doing this. This is creepy. This is wrong. This is the Fourth Amendment. But no one else has said anything. Yeah, that's because they turned off the machines. And look, Alex, I fly every weekend. You fly all the time as well to do your investigative journalism. I haven't seen, you say 6 or 7 years ago, I haven't seen anything like this. I fly every weekend. This is Thanksgiving. I went to the airport ready for a fight. I had my cell phone on. Everybody, I was recording. Everybody, go right through. Go right through. Go right through, and then they say, oh, no protest. There was nothing to protest.
It's a giant hoax. But if they say Al-Qaeda's about to kill us any minute, then haven't they then enabled this? Now, basically, I guess they're working for Al-Qaeda. If the threat is so imminent, they just completely stood down for political reasons, then I guess they're terrorists.
Well, look, this has never been about Al-Qaeda. This has always been about you and I in our comfort zone. And they're going to be doing this, pulling us out of our cars doing this. A week earlier, I had my cheeks spread and my junk groped, and it felt like a full-on homosexual molestation session at the airport. And then the guy says, hey, have a nice flight, like I'm supposed to smile at him. The radiation going through our bodies is dangerous with these X-ray machines. And I also love how they don't change their gloves. Have you noticed this, folks? How these TSA brown shirts, the TSSA thugs...
Yeah, they've got gloves to protect them, but they've felt up 20 people before they change them. Right. They're going to put that flesh-eating bacteria, those crabs, on you.
That's right. That's right. It's okay that we have crabs. And you have to wonder, when you go to get an X-ray at the airport, right, or you go to get an X-ray at your dentist, they run out of the room and put on a big lead vest. Yet these dopes, these government pit bulls, they sit there by these X-ray machines all day. I wonder, are they thinning the herd? What is their game here? And the game is tyranny, and the game is they want more power.
Eric Muller, stay there. Mancow is our guest. We're going to come back and get his ideas on where this should go and what he thinks of Drudge and I are listed, I guess, as terrorists.
What is the #1 secret to all your health problems? I'll give you a hint. Dr. Alexis Carroll kept chicken heart tissue alive for 28 years in a test tube. He said the cells remained youthful so long as the metabolic wastes were washed away. But when wastes were allowed to accumulate in and around the cell would age and then die. So the key to radiant health is cellular cleanliness, and the key to keeping the cells clean of chemicals, free radicals, and heavy metals that we are bombarded with in our society is glutathione. This master antioxidant is required by every cell of the body. Glutathione levels decline due to toxicity and aging. The #1 food to replenish your body's glutathione levels up to 64% or more is unheated, grass-fed whey protein powder. This miraculous superfood may do more for your health than any other supplement you've ever taken. To get your free report on the best whey protein powder, call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworldwhey.com.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Jim Newcomer from Midas Resources, December 1st, 2010. Gold opened this morning at $13.95.80. A 1-ounce gold coin can be purchased for $14.31.88, $7.15.94 for a half ounce, or $3.57.97 for a quarter ounce. That's $14.31.88, $7.15.94, or $3.57.97.
Again, the Congressional Budget Office sounds the alarm, warning of Greek-style U.S. debt crises. CBO is drawing a parallel between U.S. economy and the Greek economic meltdown. Debt to GDP climbing to unfamiliar territory and deficits rising to unsupportable levels. Hi, Ted Anderson. The Federal Debt and Risk of Financial Crises document the CBO has published is a must-read for every American. Covering the risks of deficit spending, aging population, and rising interest rates spells economic disaster. Call today at 800-686-2237. I'll send it free. Again, call 800-686-2237. Ask for the CBO document. Call 800-686-2237.
Do you want to get away from additives and preservatives in your food? Need alternatives to conventional food preparation? Do you want to save the fruits of your gardening labor? And are you looking for an excellent gift idea? Then check out the Excalibur Dehydrator. Dehydration is one of the healthiest, most cost-effective, and fun ways to feed yourself and your family. Make healthy snacks like fruit roll-ups and beef jerky. Store healthy food in case of an emergency with no added salts, fats, or preservatives. And save hundreds of dollars by drying it yourself with the Excalibur Dehydrator. The Excalibur Dehydrator comes with an industry-leading exclusive 10-year warranty. And when you order, you'll receive a free book filled with amazing easy recipes, a $25 value free for a limited time. Just mention coupon code GCN. Learn more and order your Excalibur Dehydrator today at drying123.com. That's DRYING123.com. Drying123.com. Or call 1-800-875-4254. That's 1-800-875-4254. Season's greetings and health and wellness from Excalibur Dehydrator.
Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing, don't need nothing, honey, if it ain't free.
We have nothing if we're not free. Now, DHS is claiming they're caving in on the intensive pat-downs, but they say they're just going to move ahead with a no-fly list for all Americans, and they've got to authorize you to fly. They openly say in the future to travel or have a job. It's just incredible, and we've got these reports up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. These latest reports, Watchdog probes DHS spying on Drudge over TSA revolt. And sure, we're listed in the FOIA request as well, but we don't really put ourselves in the headline because this is about the government trying to persecute journalists and go after free speech. The other latest article out at prisonplanet.com, Bob Barr investigates TSA stand down on National Opt-Out Day. That's the big crime by these scallywags. Eric Mancow Muller, syndicated talk show host who travels a lot for television, you name it, gets the routine groping. You saw the stand down, for those that just joined us, on National Opt-Out Day that's now been confirmed. My office witnessed it in Denver. You saw it in Chicago and New York and other places you flew that have the scanners. Total stand down. Do you think this is as dangerous as I think it is, or what are your thoughts about it now coming out that there are TSA memos out calling us domestic extremists? And specifically now there's FOIA investigations by Bob Barr and his group into Matt Drudge being spied on, Alex Jones, DrudgeReport.com. I mean, this sounds like the Soviet Union.
Let me say this. As you talk about Drudge and your site, which is excellent, Alex, the one you're missing, which I think is one of the most powerful sites now, is Breitbart.com. Breitbart is to the Obama years, I believe, what Drudge was to the Clinton years in America. But you know, Alex, I don't think there's ever been anything that the government has done that has made me angrier. And I love these sheeple, the lamestream media. Look, nobody's reading the New York Times. Nobody's reading these newspapers. ABC, CBS, NBC. People aren't watching. And they're blaming the new media. But it's not the new media. What it is, look, Americans didn't suddenly decide we hate American cars. The Japanese built them better. We didn't suddenly wake up and say, oh, we're not going to watch TBS anymore. No. We realized that they have veered into the world of propaganda. It's junk.
We didn't give up our horses because we didn't like horses. Cars were better. And Mancow will tell it like it is, so you get high ratings. Mancow.com gets millions of visitors. They can't compete with the truth.
Yeah. But the point that I wanted to make is, see, these newspapers are going to go for bailout money. They're going to, you understand, they're going to go to, this is why they're not.
That was announced last year. Exactly.
So they're not reporting this. This is a huge story. If we lose the Fourth Amendment, if we allow them to do this, I also wonder, it's amazing to me because occasionally, you know, if there's a Justin Bieber story or something, I'll go online and need a few seconds of a song for my radio show. I'm not going to go buy a Justin Bieber CD. Or whatever it is, you know, the Black Eyed Peas you mentioned earlier, they can shut those sites down instantly. But isn't it amazing how helpless we are against WikiLeaks? We can't do anything about WikiLeaks. And I have wondered, you and I talked about this earlier today, Alex, if this isn't to make Hillary Clinton look awful. Notice how Obama really hasn't reacted about WikiLeaks, and he's thrown Hillary under the bus. You really have to wonder if this isn't to destroy Hillary Clinton to guarantee that blah blah goes unchallenged.
No, listen, your gut is right. I talked to NSA sources like Wayne Madsen 6 months ago, and he said, this guy's a useful idiot. He's being handled by George Soros. He gave the connections. He's up there on the Hill. I got it from other sources. He said, watch, they're going to release even more on the State Department, and they're going to release stuff on banks that aren't allied with Soros to try to cause a world meltdown so this inner group of central bankers can take over, and then it can be blamed on WikiLeaks. And now, 6 months later, it's all coming true.
Yeah. Try to download a Beatles song illegally and see how quick they can catch you. And yet WikiLeaks, they can't do anything about it. As I said, you know, it's like that character from Gone to the Wind. I don't know nothing about birth and no babies. They don't know. They can't stop WikiLeaks. Give me a break. This is a setup, and look, the media is not reporting the big story, which is, complete molestation of the citizens, photographs of us naked, our children being molested. These are government thugs. This is the private army that our president, you know, Barry, when he was running for president, this is what he talked about. He wanted a private army. This is part of the private army. And
he said we need a domestic security force just as big, just as strong as the U.S. military in America. In fact, let's pull up that quote. You can just YouTube it, or it's in the computer. Obama calls for domestic military force. And he stay there, Mancow. Do 10 more minutes with us because I want to get your view on where all this is going and talk about just the brazen activities of the TSA, but more on WikiLeaks as well. Stay with us.
We're on the march.